There is this debate in the world of football of who is the better player, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi.
Like you said, it's debatable.
Okay.
They both play vital roles for their respective teams.
Well, one thing is sure, the fact that none of them would be as great without the midfielders, the defenders, and the supporting strikers assisting them.
Well, that's correct. But you know, the same applies to transport.
How?
If a butimeter, for instance, is blocked, there will be traffic on the Third Mainland Bridge. And if Agege is smooth, I can tell you, wow, Okoba is sure going to be affected. Evidently, one affects the other.
Which is why we are looking at LAMATAs projects in the city to make life easier for you. Projects like the BRT extension from Mile 12 to Ikorodu town, the relocation of the Ayongbure market, and addressing the speculation of erecting toll gates along the Mile 12 to Ikorodu BRT extension corridor. I am Kate Harmony.
And I am Obafemi Craig.
This week, we will try to concentrate on the use of car seat belts and its importance in what we've been talking about staying safe. Now, let's start. Who is a driver? A driver is classified as someone who gets behind the wheel and makes an effort to drive that vehicle. That is a driver. We should not confuse that with a Nigerian situation where we say a driver is a professional that we pay every month to drive us or to drive our children. No. Anyone that gets behind the wheel is a driver. You might want to ask, why am I talking about this? Oh, I know where I'm going. That is because some people have children and they have a partner. Could be girlfriend, could be wife, whatever. So what we're saying now, we have 3 people in a car. We're talking about a baby and a female partner or male partner. So what normally happens is the big man, the car owner, gets behind the wheel. His wife gets in the passenger seat. And then they have a baby or toddler. Then they keep the baby on the lap. So, of course, depending on the size of the wife, she's tried to pull the seat belt over herself and expose their baby. This baby that they might have been looking for years, and they were blessed with the baby. So this baby is now exposed. The car owner, the big man, has got himself seat belted. She's got seat belted, and the baby is there exposed. Is that right? Like, is that baby's life less important than the two of you? But you know what the problem is? The problem is the woman does not understand that it is safer for herself and her child to be at the back. Why? Because she does not want the big man to feel like a driver. And the big man himself is already frowning because a woman is sitting at the back with a child and he's the one driving. So he feels like, am I your driver? No. You will always be a driver as long as you get behind the wheel. And if you're worried that people are looking at you that you're the driver, do you know them? Are they your family? Do they pay you? Do you have anything to lose because somebody that you don't know, that you've never seen, thinks that you're a driver of a car? Let them challenge you, because that's not going to happen. So where I'm going to is that every occupant in the vehicle should be seat belted. Every occupant. And so we have to think from morning till night, every single day of the week, every single month of the year. Make sure that when you drive, you put your seatbelt on automatically. Make sure that you're responsible for all your passengers in the car, that they put their seatbelts on automatically. Make sure that you have car seats if you have children, and make sure that you have the proper certified car courts for toddlers as well. All you need to do is, as you're driving, that you know and you're certain that you're secure. If you're secure, you're safe. If you're safe, we have a chance to talk to you next week.
Basically, what LAMATA does is to coordinate public transportation in Lagos State, and we came up with a transport master plan.
Developed together with the World Bank, the objective of this plan is finding long-lasting solutions for the problem of transportation in Lagos. Currently under its first steps of development, the plan has already proven itself a big success, dramatically increasing the connectivity in a city in continuous expansion and enjoying an unparalleled demographic and economic growth.
Our responsibility is to ensure that we provide the necessary infrastructure to meet the growth, to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living, and to make Lagos a vibrant and livable city in years to come.
LAMATA, think transport.
Welcome to the news on LAMATA Ep4. A more holistic transportation planning holds the key to solving the transport challenges of developing economies. Technical advisor, transport planning, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, Dr. Frederick Oladende, stated this during an educational visit by the students of the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, University of Lagos, to LAMATA. In the presentation, Dr. Oladende said the approach must make use of planning techniques based on package approach to engender equilibrium to the provision of urban transport, in which roads, public transport, and demand management play appropriate and complementary roles. He said this will allow for greater discretion on the part of decision makers about when and where to spend money on individual schemes within the accepted package.
Now, very important, when you identify a problem, don't just say, okay, I have a problem here, I'm going to put VLT. Look at all the options. Look at the option of BLT, look at the option of rail, look at the option of water transport, look at the option of actually reconstructing or widening the road, and look at the one that will give you the maximum benefit.
Work on the rehabilitation of Wemco Road progressed steadily last week, raising hope of early completion of the road project. The road is the first in Lagos State designed with bicycle lanes and pedestrian walkways at the same time. In order to improve the experience of users of the road, the contractor, Messrs. Arab Contractor, last Friday began the laying of binder course on sections of the road ready for the application. The wearing course will be applied later. Wemco Road, a major arterial, is about 1.96 kilometers. Work began on the project in September last year and is expected to be completed in 18 months, barring any technical or unforeseen issues. Road users have praised LAMATA for the quality of jobs being done by the contractor, but pleaded that more attention be paid to traffic management during rush hour. That was the news update. Now we return to our discussion with Dr. Dayo Mobiriola, Managing Director LAMATA, concerning its ongoing projects in Lagos State to make movement within the metropolis a delight for you.
What is the update on the BRT extension projects from Mile 12 to Ikorodu?
The Mile 12 to Ikorodu BRT extension and expansion is actually going on very well and is going on course. And it's a project, again, that will be of benefit to Lagosians, and most especially the people of Ikorodu town, who at the moment are taking downfalls, motorways, taxis, and all of that from their homes and various homes in Ikorodu to come to mile 12 and take the BRT from mile 12 to CMS. Now we want to take the BRT to them so that once they enter the BRT from Ikorodu town, it will take them straight to their destination. We are removing what we call in transportation terms penalty of transfer. So we don't want to penalize them from changing over. So they would have a good system that is just one and for all to their final destination.
Okay, the last time we said the site, we saw the off-site projects like the terminals, the shelters, the pedestrian bridges, all still under construction. I'm wondering, just like every other location, will these projects be delivered within the promised time?
Kate, I would really want you to know that what Lagos State embarks on is always a project that is beneficial to the people, okay. And it's a project that is always completed within the time frame, and this is no exception. We will deliver it with the time frame that we have given. Well, yes, we are encountering various challenges. Like I mentioned, we have encountered the problem of relocation of services. We have to remove or relocate almost 1,700 electricity poles on that corridor. We have to relocate water pipes, so many things. But even at that, each time there's a challenge, we readjust our program to ensure that we are not lagging behind, and we will deliver this program.
Could you comment on the Ayongbure market relocation and also the relocation of the park for commercial buses?
Well, again, we have been very considerate in all of these things. It's not that we have driven them away, as you would know, and I'm sure you can ask these stakeholders as well. We have provided better places for them. The market you made reference to, we are building a better market for them. A market that has toilets, kick lamps, environmental friendly, and all of that. That is even much better than what they are used to. So, and this is in consultation with the market users, and they are quite happy with it. The people of Ikorodu are quite happy with it. Everybody is in line with it. And the same thing applies to the minibus operators as well. Again, it's not that we are driving them out of the corridor completely. We are not doing that. We're creating somewhere else for them that is more organized, more reasonable, easy access, and all of that.
What will be the socio-economic and environmental lifestyle of the people and the metropolis when all these projects are completed?
Number one, pollution is going to be reduced by an average of about 14%, sorry, on that corridor. And that means that we are elongating the lives of people. We are reducing environmental pollution hazards and all of that. Number two, we are reducing travel time. We are reducing by about 30%. We are reducing our waiting time by about 25%. And we are reducing the cost of travel. Now they are spending so much, an average of about 40% of their income is being spent on transportation, and that is the plan is to reduce it to about 25%. So it's all of that we're reducing, and that and they would these people they've seen these benefits and they appreciate it, and they know that it's something that when we say we are doing something, they will know it's something that they would enjoy.
Okay, then what about maintenance?
If you see the BRT from mile 12 to CMS, and if you want to count how many times these bus shelters have been knocked down by trucks and trailers and whatever, and most of them are still standing today, it shows you that we have focused on maintenance. It shows you that whenever a bus shelter is knocked down, we go there, we repair it, we maintain it, and put it back on and make it look good, very well. And the benefit of the new one now, from mile 12 to Ikorodu, the BRT is going to be in the middle of the road, and the other sides of it are going to be for public use. And therefore, we are preventing the usage of our properties as well. They will not be knocked down as they had been knocking them down in the past, because it is only going to be for dedicated BRT buses alone. And then the cost of maintenance is going to go down.
There's a speculation that the road, the Mile 12 to Ikorodu Road, will be towed. Is it true?
It is not true at all.
Okay.
And I can understand the perception of the people. I guess what they are saying is the expansion in the middle of the road. The expansion in the middle of the road is not for toll gates. It's actually for the bus shelters. And the bus shelters that we're coming up with now is the bus shelters that buses can overtake each other. So the road is going to be narrow to some extent, and when it gets to the bus shelter, it's going to be expanded into 3 lanes. That's the bus shelter, where the BRT lane, so that each bus can overtake each other, and because we want to have express service. So I'm assuring the people of Lagos that tolling is not part of the program of the BRT. Or the program of extension to Ikorodu town.
Right. Shortly before we take your parting words, we have 2 questions for you from one of our social media platforms. And the first question is, why is LAMATA doing the conversion from flexible to rigid pavement?
Initially, when we created the BRT, we wanted to use the existing mode of system that was on the road, which is the asphalt. But we found out that over time, that cannot stand the weight of these buses. The intensity in which the buses were going on the asphalt was just too much, and the asphalt was giving away. Don't forget that these roads were over 40 years old, Ikorodu Road especially, and it's costing so much money. And therefore, we thought that if we invest upfront and make it rigid pavement, that's concrete, and do it once and for all, and then that will stand the test of time. And that is why what informed moving away from flexible to rigid, and it will be a good one, actually.
The second question is, what is the difference between LAGBUS and LAMATA?
LAMATA is Lagos State Transport Planning, Implementation and Regulatory Agency. And what we do is we plan public transport for Lagos State. We plan railway. As you have mentioned, the Blue Line is one of the 7 rail lines that we have planned for Lagos State. We plan water transportation for Lagos State. We plan bicycle roads. Everything that makes people move in Lagos is part of our remit in Lagos. And of course, the BRT, buses, and all of that come together. That is one of our plans. And we put in place the infrastructure as well to make sure that what we plan is actualized. And after that, putting in place the infrastructure, we now franchise this, because we want private sector involvement, and so that we can be effective and efficient, and then we will regulate. We will set the times and what we wanted to achieve, so that our mission, our vision, and mission are actually achieved, but using the PPP that you made reference to initially. So basically, that is our role. LAGBUS is Lagos State-owned bus operating company. They own buses and they run buses for Lagos State. And under them as well, under LAGBUS, there is also some franchise buses as well, which you probably will not see. But that is the difference. We don't run buses ourselves. These are buses that you see on the road, the blue buses, but we as LAMATA do not run buses, but LAGBUS predominantly run buses, and is owned by the state.
So it's been an incisive discussion with you. What would be your parting words to our viewers at home and, of course, our stakeholders?
What I would like to say is that what is good is always difficult to come by, and therefore you need to be patient, you need to be enduring, and you need also to be encouraging as well. We have put a lot of resources. The state government in the last 5-7 years have put a lot of huge resources into transport sector as like it has never been done in this country, and therefore the benefit is beginning to show, and that is why we are seeing good things. So I just want to say that the people of Lagos should bear with us. The benefit of it is would come when they start riding and enjoying the services. So they just have to bear with us.
Ǹjẹ́ ó rọrùn láti gba nǹkan tí ó dára bí? Rárá o, kò rọrùn. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ LAMATA fi ń yé wa wípé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó láti ọwọ́ iléeṣẹ́ LAMATA ti ná owó púpọ̀ fún iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe yìí. Wọ́n fi ń dá wa lójú wípé ètò ọkọ̀ ojú irin àti ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ BRT tuntun láti mile 12 lọ sí Ìkòròdú ni àwọn yóò parí. Wọ́n ní ká túbọ̀ ní sùúrù fún ìjọba díẹ̀ sí kí a ran ìjọba lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú ìdánilójú wípé a ó gbádùn ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la.
E no easy. Make better thing land for your lap sharp sharp. The Oga Patapata for LAMATA don't talk say Lagos State government through LAMATA don't put plenty money for this work wey they do. E come promise say this our BRT extension plus our railway say they go finish am. Make we get patience. Make we cool the temper, support government for this work wey they do. Tomorrow we all go jollificate.
Were all your questions answered, or do you have more? Maybe you have comments or suggestions. You can reach us on any of the following.
And we do hope you enjoyed today's episode of the program.
We now leave you with the words of Robin Chase, which says, transportation is the center of our world, the glue to our daily lives. When it goes well, we don't see it. When it goes wrong, it badly affects our day.
And because we're here, that won't happen. LAMATA.
Think transport.
Lagos, my home. With LAMATA, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail lines, pedestrian